Alright guys, let's hit the road in the 2019 Jeep Grand Cherokee Overland with the 5.7 liter V8. Now I've owned two of these Grand Cherokees of this generation, a 2011 and a 2015, both in the upper trim levels around the Overland and Summit, and they've been great vehicles for us, and the driving dynamics of this 19 are very similar. So I'll try to be somewhat quiet on the road, but I'll provide some feedback and kind of telling you exactly what I'm doing on the road as you're listening. But you'll see it's a very quiet car. You do have active noise cancellation, acoustic windows, and dual laminated windows. You see you got two pieces of glass here as well as an insulating layer between just to keep out sound. And overall, they've done a lot to really keep this cabin quiet, even with this engine. So just take a listen, see what you guys think. Leave some comments in the section below if you have any questions. I put probably 100,000 miles on our two vehicles with this WK2 generation. And this is just a new 19, so let's take a listen. When you get up to speed, one thing you're going to hear is you may hear the air suspension, really the valves from the tank of nitrogen feeding the air suspension, just closing and opening. So just keep that in mind. Just a subtle sound you hear in the interior, but something to note. And then also there are some bags in the back with the mats for this vehicle. This is a new car. You can see it's got 12 miles on it. And those may shift while I'm driving, so just keep that in mind. That was a small amount of gas. Obviously this 5.7's got quite a bit of power. I think it's right around 360 horsepower, 380. I can take a look. I'll just leave it in the video here just so you can see. But overall, I mean, just a good power plant for an engine for this vehicle. You know, it's a good size SUV, but it's a good engine too. You know, not too many SUVs offer an engine of that size and really displacement to power the vehicles along. With these CAFE standards, a lot of cars are moving down to 4-cylinders and V6s, but you know, 7,400 pound towing capacity in this SUV, and I know it does just fine. Ours towed our travel trailer quite often, and it does it with ease. And the brake's a little more firm there, so you can see. No shake, no issues. The 5.7 does get a slightly bigger brakes as opposed to the V6, probably attributed to the fact that they typically will be towing more, and you can see that here. You know, it stops just fine. Now we get up here, I'll go ahead and turn on sport mode. We've been in eco mode. And I'll hit the gas, but I'm not gonna, you know, floor the vehicle. This is a new car, so I don't want to get on it too much, but give you kind of an idea of exactly how this Grand Cherokee feels, you know, getting up to speed. You can see the vehicle moves along just fine, and I actually had more pedal there, so I think, you know, I just turned off sport mode, but I think for anybody that really needs some power in their SUV, this does just fine. I don't think there's really a need for more. I mean, obviously, if you want more speed and you want, you know, 0 to 60 speeds and, you know, the 4 or 5 second range, you know, absolutely fine, whatever. But for 90% of people, this is going to be more than enough power for what they're doing. And really, this engine's there specifically probably for the towing capacity that it offers. can feel bumps are quite controlled. There's no wafting or anything like that from the air suspension moving about. Well balanced. Still a nice firm ride, but composed and just quiet. You get a small amount of wind noise here, slightly from this pillar. It's very small. I'm just being kind of a critic here. Tires really don't have any noise. If anything, you just have the nice sound of the engine when you're accelerating. I accelerate right there, it's about 1/3 throttle. I mean, it's a peppy machine, so just no issues, you know. And you can see when I get above 55, it kicks right into aero mode there and drops the vehicle 1/2 inch just to give you that extra bit of aerodynamics. I guess I shouldn't say extra bit of air. It's more of a streamline effect for your aerodynamics. Now, if you guys want a full review of this vehicle, you can go ahead and click the link below. And this will just be a full walk around of this 19 Grand Cherokee and just let you guys see what it's really all about. Actually, I've been driving around with eco mode on, and that's still how the vehicle drives. So it's not, the eco mode isn't too intrusive. In some cases, vehicles really just got to get on the gas pedal to get it to shift and do what you want. And I don't think you necessarily have to turn off, you know, get in every time and turn this eco button off, or turn off the eco mode just if you want those driving dynamics. I think overall it does a pretty good job, you know, really understanding where you want to be and picking the right gear out of those 8. You know, and some manufacturers are getting up to like 10 speeds, and, you know, where's your return on investment with 8 versus 10 gears, you know? I guess I can see 6 to 8, but those extra 2 gears really helping. I mean, I think 8 is probably a pretty good mix there. I mean, at some point in time, we actually had cars with 3 or 4 speed transmissions, so let's just keep that in mind, that, you know, they didn't just keep increasing the cylinder count on cars because they were better and faster and this and that. No, they just said, okay, hey, 8's pretty good, let's stop there. And maybe it's the same with the transmission, you know, just a thought. Alright guys, if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. And if you enjoy the videos of mine, go ahead and press the subscribe button. I'd be happy to have you on the channel. And you guys take care and make it a great day.